Welcome back to the Home Tour Podcast. I'm Payton, and I'm joined with
Christian. Megan.
Megan.
Woo!
And Enzo.
So we are here for episode 10, and today we're talking about from contract to closing, navigating the real estate transaction process. And honestly, we kind of chit-chatted and said, you know what? I think it would be better to discuss the horror stories aspect of what we dealt with and the things that we always tell people, but they seem to fall on deaf ears. So, Megan, would you like to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. We had one together, actually.
We did.
It was probably the most recent, and it was somebody, I mean, they make a lot of money. They made a lot of money. They're retired, you know, in their profession. It was high income. So typically a Porsche, how do you say that? Christian, you know this. Porsche.
911.
Porsche purchase isn't going to set somebody back, but when it's a $150,000 car and it's 10 days before closing,
it kind of affects everything.
Yeah, he got upset because then I had to ask for the bill of sale. What's your payment? And I was told, well, I can buy a car if I want to. I'm 67 years old. And I said, yes, you can, but it also affects us now. That's why at the very beginning, we send out all these things that say, do these, do not do these. And we go over that with each person and each borrower. But he decided he didn't want to follow the rules, so it's okay.
Right.
Yeah, $150,000 car purchase, and it was $1 million house. Yeah,
yeah,
still hurting over that one.
Yeah, still things.
Yeah. But at the very beginning of my career, because I mean, you learn, and like crap like that just happens. Like no matter what you do, you can't control people, even as much as you educate them. The very beginning of my career, I was still learning the ropes and everything. And I had somebody, it was a guy, their first time home buyers. It was a young couple, and he was so excited he got final approved. And then he went and bought a ring for his girlfriend so he could propose on his front steps of his new home.
Yeah.
But he put precious. We love that.
So sweet. But he put it on a credit card, and I said, every kiss begins with K, but it does not start with a home purchase.
Right.
So he had to literally take the ring back.
Oh, no.
We had to show that it was literally off his credit. I'm like, oh boy. So
right. And all of you just waited a couple more days.
Yeah, a couple more days. But he ended up getting a house, but it was like unnecessary drama. But it was a learning experience for me when I was 8 years ago, you know, coming into this business. But yeah, my favorite one was probably the Porsche purchase.
Right. Yeah. That one. Yeah. I feel like that one was kind of for the books.
Yeah, that was that was a humdinger, as my kids say. So yeah.
Yep. Christian, what about you?
I do have a small story. It's nothing that actually made a deal fall through, but something that reminded me to make sure I tell the clients, not just once, but a couple more times during the transaction, please don't open any credit cards. Don't go spending money that you don't have just yet, because, you know, once you open an account somewhere, your credit goes down and affects your debt to income ratio because you're putting debt into your profile. So there was one lady, this is funny, I worked with this lady for 6-7 months. She was always frustrated because she was like, oh, I like this house, but I don't like this other thing, you know. And I'm like, okay, I mean, that could be fixed easily. It's like, yeah, but something tells me it's not the right place. On to the next one, and on to the next one, and on to the next one. And then finally we go under contract.
Praise the Lord.
And then and we are 5 days before closing, and then suddenly I get a notification, you know, it's like, credit alert.
Those are never good.
Yeah. Your borrower has an new inquiry. I look at the inquiry and it says TJ Maxx, and I'm like,
oh boy,
TJ Maxx.
They saved 5%.
Yeah, so I call the lady and I say, hey,
they got $1.50 off.
You happen to go purchase something at TJ Maxx? It's like, yeah, I just went there. How do you know? It's like, well, I got a notification. telling me that you did something that you were not supposed to do. And she's like, no, but the lady at the cashier told me that she was a real estate agent, and then that was okay since I was super close to finalize the deal. And I say, yeah,
No.
like, no.
No.
Was she a loan officer? Was you a loan officer? It's like, no, she just told me that if I open a credit card, we'll get a discount, and the discount was pretty good. And I was like, yeah, I mean,
Oh, boy.
Let's be honest. What do you really need at TJ Maxx so bad? Right, that
10%
moment.
off.
You gotta have that dish towel
Look.
that nobody else has.
That's right.
Yeah, I went yesterday and spent $18 on soap,
Yeah,
and
right.
then I was still offer a TJ,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
TJ Maxx credit card, and I was like,
Don't let
you
Save
less.
wanna
27
save
cents.
10%?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yep.
nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
It will cost me a lot more in the future.
Yeah.
Believe me. And they get
That's right.
upset if you say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
'Cause
okay,
they
well,
want
have a
the-
nice day.
What is it? There's some standard. Like if you open a store card, you spend, I think, like 18% more annually or something. But
Yeah. And I'm, props because they
But
all get,
good customer
bonuses and
service.
stuff. But like, woo, no,
Yeah, not during a mortgage loan.
no,
Yeah, I mean,
Nope.
just don't I advise people to do
Mhm.
stuff
right.
that you really have no idea how it works.
Stay in your
Mhm.
lane.
Yeah,
That's
stay in your lane. Exactly.
yes.
Well,
Yeah.
we saved the deal though.
That's see,
There
and
you
that's how it. That 9 times out of 10, I feel like we can figure it out. It just
Mhm.
either delays things or ends up costing you more money because maybe
Oh, yeah.
that you just lost your lock or whatever. Things like that could happen. But
Okay, Payton, what stories do you have? That's what I'm interested in.
yeah, I have a lot.
Give us
but-
your best ones.
Yeah, well, I don't know. The Porsche one is pretty.
Yeah.
That one's hard to top. But what I end up getting a lot is people saying, "Oh, well, I found the house. Now I need to go buy appliances. I need to go
Oh,
find
God.
washer and dryers and refrigerators and that kind of stuff." Because in the state of Georgia, the refrigerators aren't part of your appliance packages.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Or your
That's
husband
what
don't measure.
Yeah, or that. Your husband doesn't measure, and then your fridge doesn't fit, and then you're like, ah.
We can cut cabinets. No, we cannot.
No, we cannot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I get more often than not is people saying, "Oh, well, but if we close and then we're moving in, I need to have a refrigerator." Like, I hear you, but what I also hear, the answer's no. So you may have.
Do you want a place to sleep, or do you? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Every lender's different. Everybody has different rules. How they end up using every account out and all that stuff is different. So again, with staying in your lane, I always defer to please talk to your loan officer and decide not that's something that we can do right now. But I always err on the side of the answer's no.
Mm-hmm.
Take my personal experience. When we bought our current home, we left closing. Everything was funded. Everything was good. I had triple checked with our lender and everything else. Are you sure we're good to go? And he was like, yeah. Like, nobody's going to come back and take my house from me because I went to Home Depot. Like, and he's like, nope, you're good. So we left closing, went to Home Depot, opened up a credit card, and maxed that shit out with all the stuff that we needed for our house. But it was post-closing. We were done. We had the keys. Like, the house was ours. So
you're like, just making sure.
Just making sure. Not trying to be homeless. That's the stuff that I deal with more. But the other side of it, too, is people don't understand. I think the huge misconception on all sides of what we deal with clients is that they have to give us what we're asking for when we ask for it. Like, I'm not just asking you for random pieces of information or proof of things for the hell of it. I'm asking you because we have to have it. Like,
part of
everything. That is the like number one problem that I run into. And I guess maybe we could just dwindle all of this down to people just not listening.
Yeah. Or they're like, why do I need to provide this? Why do you need my bank statements? You know how much money I make. Like, I don't want you to see that I spent XYZ at OnlyFans. Like,
right. Well,
dude, I'm like, I literally tell people I'm like an attorney. Like, I will find out the whole truth, the entire truth and nothing but the truth.
Right.
At one point or something. So, if if you're trying to hide something, you're gonna find
You
it.
can't. Right. We're gonna find it. You know, and I don't get that in depth with my clients on the personal finance side, but the lenders definitely do. But yeah, the whole, if I'm asking you or somebody's asking you for bank statements, or they're asking you to sign a document for an amendment, or we're asking you to, you know, please read over this and fill this out because we need this information. Like, this isn't just for shits and giggles. Like, have to do this in order to do our job. And we promise that it's never because we wanted to make things more difficult. It's the way that it works. Like, if you want to get the keys to your house, just
there's a reason.
Cooperate.
Yep. Just give us the paper. It's okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like at the end of the day, it's more about contract to closing. It's a lot of work and there's a lot of paperwork. Like, you're doing the more, I would say, fun part up until that point, because you're searching for houses and looking at things and everything's fun. But then once you go under contract, we're talking about
business,
paperwork, business, contracts, signatures, legal
deadlines.
stuff. Yes, deadlines, all the things. And so, you know, you really do have to shift from fun party mode to business mode pretty quickly. And I feel like, in my personal opinion, that kind of falls on the real estate agent to lay that expectation out and help them understand that that's where we're at in the process. So now, like, we can still be excited and still be yay party time, but like, please do what you're asked when you're asked to do it. And I would,
we ask for all pages,
like,
it means all pages.
Right. Like, don't send me a redacted version of your bank statement. 8 pages. I need all 8 pages with all of it. Thank you.
I don't give a crap if you ate Chick-fil-A 20 times last week. I still need to see it. Like,
I'm sure we could go on and on and on about the stuff that you guys have seen people spending their money on.
I think one sensitive part of this, when we ask for financial information, I think is undisclosed debt, which is actually becoming more common these days. A lot of people are just
private
like financing stuff that doesn't require a credit inquiry. It doesn't put anything on your credit at all. But I remember one day I got bank statements for a bank statement loan. So I need the last 12. And then consistently, we looked at one transaction that was to the cent. It was the same every single month, and it was not on the credit. It's like, what is this? Oh, it's a contract that I have for my vehicle. It was a service plan. And then how long is the service plan for? Oh, it's for 5 years. Okay, cool. So this is, this is the stuff that we need to put
debt.
The liabilities. This is debt. So it needs to be there. And I mean, honestly, I don't really care what you spend your money on. I don't really look at this unless I see something that is weird, Right. In the last 2 bank statements, the only thing I don't want to see is huge deposits. I go look, I don't really like to see like those 99 cents or 199 trial periods that you sign up for. I don't really we don't look into that. But if you make $4,000 a month and then suddenly you get an $8,000 deposit, hey, we need to ask you, where is this money coming from? And you need these $8,000 to close.
Right.
Only fans.
Yeah.
And look, you do you, boo. We just need to know. Like,
exactly.
And most of the time, we're not sharing, information's not getting shared. Like, the people who have to see it are going to see it.
We would literally lose our jobs. And that's what people don't understand. Like, I mean, it's secure. If it comes to us, obviously, we can talk about it later on, but I'm not giving names. I'm not giving professions. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
None of the specifics. But
for us, it's just numbers.
That's all I get. And I mean, the paper side is numbers. The people side is different. Like, I'm literally attached to every single person that I work with because you spend so much time with them. How can you not be? But the paperwork, I don't give a crap if you make 40,000 or make 400,000. Like, it's still the goal is still to close. It's not whatever the sales price or whatever. It's still the same goal. So and that's what I think people need to understand. Like, I don't give a crap how much we make and like what your bank statement says or whatever. Like, if you don't have anything to hide, just do what we ask.
Right.
And we'll get there.
Yep. Because ultimately, it's just going to keep you from getting to the end goal of having the home by continuing to either lie or not tell the whole truth.
Right.
Or, all the things, because it's going to come out. At some point, it's going to come out. So, and there is literally nothing worse than the three of us getting blindsided.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
and it has happened so many
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. Like if you do have something to hide,
Mhm.
we don't care.
Right.
Well, we're not going
Literally
to tell
don't
you you're
care.
a co-applicant.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yep.
what I think a lot of other people don't understand too is that like this extends way further than just the three of us. So like, you know, then you've got your company and my company and brokerages and other people who are counting on these things closing too. And then when there's a delay of some kind or somebody just doesn't do their job right, now you've got more than just us involved in the transaction, you know, wanting to know who, what, when, where, how, why. So give me all the information when all of that could have been avoided by people just communicating.
100%.
Yep.
True.
So I think that kind of wraps it up. I don't think this is a long one. It's literally just
Don't buy a Porsche.
don't buy a Porsche.
I mean, that's
Don't
not
listen to
during-
the people trying
not
to
during
save
a
you
mortgage.
10% of their
Oh
cashier.
man, I
don't
really
save
think
27 cents.
that's
Not
right.
worth it.
I really think that we should like make shirts, and this should be like merch people can
Don't
buy.
it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Don't open that card.
Don't do it. Don't
Yeah.
open new
Pay
credit.
your child support, please.
Just do the things you're
It
supposed
has-
to do.
It's happened, yeah.
Oh,
That's
Exactly.
happened too, yeah.
Yeah, and just
You have to
keep
go
the
to the
documentation. Oh, actually, when you mention like we need all pages, I know sometimes people will send you 3 pages, 3 out of 4,
yeah.
and they say,
Yeah.
but the last one is blank. I was like, I totally understand, but at the bottom it
Still need
says
it.
4 out of 4.
Still,
Yep.
yeah.
So that's what we need to see.
Right.
I mean, it
So
sounds
again,
dumb,
Save
but
your breath.
yeah,
Just
Yeah.
send me all 4 pages.
yeah. And no screenshots.
Yeah.
Don't
Don't
work. Like seriously,
Don't work.
Yeah, we're gonna need the
send me your
full
last pay
PDF.
stub.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. It's like send me your last pay stub, and then they send you a screenshot of the deposit. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't need to see this. I
Yeah.
need to see your year to date. I need to see your gross. I don't care if they take money like 50% for your 401k. I mean, I still have to use the gross. You know.
Right. Right.
And sometimes people just don't understand. And
No.
like they said, like they mentioned, sometimes it's like you're invading my privacy or stuff like that. That's like exactly we are indeed invading your privacy
Indeed.
because this is a
You
legal
signed up for
transaction.
this, though.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
big purchase. Of course
Right.
we are.
You want us to lend you money, so we have
Yeah.
to be all up in your business. Yep.
You want us to finance your $500,000 house, so we're gonna need that
Exactly.
document.
And you're
Right.
putting 3% down. Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think this is a very true. What's the word I want?
Real life.
Just real life example of when we say no contingencies. This is what we mean.
Yeah.
You know, we are not here to like pet you and
That's
make
it,
you
yeah.
feel good. We are here to celebrate and we are here to get a
No
job
sugar coating.
done. Mm-mm,
Yeah.
No. Lessons are: don't buy a Porsche, don't open new credit, don't go to
Don't
TJ
buy
Maxx,
appliances.
don't buy appliances.
Yeah. Wait.
if the-
Just hashtag just wait.
just wait.
Yeah, just
Hashtag
wait.
just wait.
Just wait.
Because you can have it. You can have it all.
Yeah.
You just need to have the keys first. Make sure you tune in next week because we will have a special guest with Eric Slepian, and that one is going to be super fun. So make sure
Oh,
that
cool.
make sure you join us for episode 12 next week. Check out our YouTube channel and check out our social media
Podcast.
on Instagram and Facebook, and let us know, what did you like about this? What did you learn? That's the things that we always want to know.
Hashtag just wait.
Yeah, please send us an email if there is a specific topic that you want us to talk
Yeah.
about. Like
sure.
anybody there. I'm pretty sure there are some crazy stories out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
yeah.
please share with us.
Yes, we would love to hear them. So
Yeah.
we will see you next week. Bye.
See ya.
Who ready? We ready.